the KG veterans of the NCDC put on a show earlier today that could only be topped by the 16U level. And these 16U fellows from the USPHL's best and brightest around the nation will have an opportunity to put together what will be an incredible showcase. It is All-Star time, the USPHL 16U All-Star game here in North Andover, Massachusetts. Lawler Arena, Merrimack College sets the scene for the best and brightest the USPHL has to offer. And you talk about best and brightest, I look to my right. You're listening along with Dan K of the Dan K Show. I look to my right and I introduce into the booth my right-hand man, my consigliere, mon frere from another mare, a man who can put together a cheese platter better than anyone in the game. But even better than that, he can talk the game of hockey. He knows his stuff. He knows a thing or two. And he's Lucas Jones. Welcome to the booth.
Thanks, Dan. I'm really excited to get this game underway. It's been a heck of a time waiting to get this 16U game moving. Some of the best, most exciting talent in the league is located in this 16U division. You know, the league is well represented by the teams that are here, by the players that are here. We went through a lot of them in our selection show. We know a lot of these players from film, from seeing them in person. This is going to be a really, really fun game.
Team American takes on Team National. Let's start to dive into this thing a little bit. And the first place I want to go is to the 16U American side of the ice. And Ethan Kamicek there. Ethan Kamicek at that defenseman position, 11 goals, 6 assists, 17 points. You know, Krzysztof Oliwa was the Polish Hammer, the first ever Polish national player to hoist the Stanley Cup. Ethan may just be that next guy. He is that good. He is that locked down. I had a chance to interview him before this game, and he was a heck of a kid, man. This is a kid with a big future in front of him. You look here and you go to the fugitive, because this guy, you can't find him when he doesn't want to be found. He gets open, he creates at the defensive position, and it's Brendan Kimball. Kimball is the man, the myth, and he is bowling over folks, man. He has been a ball to watch with the Islanders Hockey Club. 3 goals, 12 assists.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about a guy who's critical to his team. I mean, Kimball is the guy. You know, there's no switching things up on him when he's out there on the ice. He's a leader with vision. He has an ability to see the entire rink.
Then I look at that Islanders Hockey Club side as well. You know, they are in their home rink, and you look at Chase Leclair, and you know, Cy Leclair, his brother, was a near all-star in the NCDC. He is a stellar forward. That is a huge-time stellar right there, 3-time stellar forward. And you look at Chase Leclair, and you know, the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree there, man. This is a guy who is awesome. 10 goals, 15 assists on the year in 16 games played. This guy putting up over a point and a half a game.
Yeah, I mean, you got a silent C in that name, but I'll tell you what, Dan, there's nothing silent about the way this kid plays the game of hockey. It'll be interesting to see what he's able to do against a game chocked to the brim with all of his peers.
Now we go to the other side. Let's talk about the 16U national side. They're going to be wearing those blue uniforms out there. They're coached by Noel Rubin of the Rockets Hockey Club and Tony Vos of the Philadelphia Hockey Club. And you know, this guy is not a player, he just scores a lot, and it's Jason Player, and that's the top centerman from the Philadelphia Hockey Club. 6 goals, 22 assists. Count them, 22 assists. This guy is an unselfish, absolute creator for this Philadelphia Hockey Club side, and he is a game changer for a team that won a title last year at the 15U.
Well, the Philadelphia Hockey Club, I mean, they've really made their mark this season from top to bottom. They're succeeding in all levels right now. They're putting out great talent, and they're continuing to develop that talent, and that's one of the hallmarks of truly a great USPHL franchise.
And how about Billy Dougherty there at that left winger position? I made a joke during the broadcast. He just scored another goal. I think he just got another point. This guy is made of points right now. 49 points on the year, 26 goals, 23 assists from the Northern Cyclones Academy. And this is a guy that's easy to watch, man. He is a highlighter player.
Yeah, well, we saw in the last game, the NCDC game, Dan, that fourth line, we said, well, this is where all the points are coming from. And I think we have another situation here with, especially with Leach and Imbriano down there on that line. They're creators, and then they're going to find their space. They're going to put the puck into the areas of the net. They can find the soft areas of the ice, and they can exploit weaknesses in the defense.
How about a guy who is tough? a right defenseman, Kareem Allison, and he has been cool all year long. He's a Dan K Show Star of the Game winner a few weeks back. And Kareem Allison for the Rockets Hockey Club, you want to talk about a guy who's an absolute game changer. 15 points on the year for this kid. He can score it, he can pass it, and you know what? He's not afraid to get a little dirty along the boards and get the big hit when he needs to in a clean way.
Yeah, he's such an intelligent player, you know, from really. We've seen him at the beginning of the season. We've seen him continue through the season. Allison absolutely has a hockey IQ of over 9,000, I think, at this point, the way he plays the game. He's just, he knows where to be before he needs to be there. He's a great teammate to have, because of the fact that he knows where to go. He understands the game, he understands how to exploit weaknesses, and he just elevates the people around him.
The 16U American All-Stars take the ice, led out by head coaches Topher Beavis of the Boston Junior Bruins and Tony DeLessio of the New Hampshire Junior Monarchs. And Tony DeLessio has another Tony DeLessio on the ice with him. Gets a chance to coach his son in an All-Star game, Anthony DeLessio, to Burlington, Massachusetts. 5 goals, 16 assists.
Yeah, you got to love it. You know, you got to love being able to hop on the bench there. And, you know, it really is you talk about having a family and a hockey team. How about an actual family within that family, you know? Yep. And it's so great to be able to see that represented here.
How about the helmet also on Aiden Boyd coming out there, number 31 for Team American from Auburn, Massachusetts. This guy, I'll tell you what, you want to look good, play good? That's a heck of a helmet right there. That's a good setup.
Yeah, that'll certainly get you noticed. There's nothing. And again, as I'm standing next to the guy in the American flag suit,
where is he?
A little flash is not a bad thing.
Where is he? I said I have a side gig here. The reason why I wear this American flag suit, I just hang from a pole and wave in the wind for a few bucks an hour every once in a while. We go through this line here. Let's keep kind of digging in, and I want to go to the netminders for Team American, and I want to look at Michael Salvatore from the Boston Junior Bruins, 6-2-0 on the year, 9.47 saves percentage, a 9.47.
Well, I mean, we've gone through our benchmarks. We said the 9.10 is good, the 9.20 is great, the 9.30 is incredible. That 9.4, I mean, that's next level. That's the kind of stuff that puts you in the elite of the elite.
This is going to be a fun one today. You're watching along on Hockey TV with the Dan K Show. Remember, you can follow the Dan K Show at _Dan K Show. That's Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, _Dan K Show. The most watched show in junior hockey, and the show that's here today to bring you what should be a blast of a broadcast as the Team National takes the ice. Leading out Team National through the boards is Billy Dougherty there. Dougherty comes on out. Alongside him, number 20, Kareem Allison, and that's a guy we talked about in the open there, Lucas. It's a situation where you get into these games. The big thing is you turn to your left and you look up at that scout room and you see it's full, and it's been full all day long. It's an opportunity for these young guys to really put themselves on display, and they've been seen before, but a lot of times this 16U All-Star game in the USPHL can be that game that puts you on the map. And for a lot of these guys, today's the day to put yourself on the map.
Yeah, and it's not just college scouts, it's not just program scouts, but it's NCDC coaches as well, Dan.
Going to take you down to ice level now for the opening announcements.
Number 16, Henry. Number 9.
It is hockey time here in North Andover. Hockey time at Merrimack College's Lawler Arena. The USPHL 16U All-Star Game. The best, the brightest, and the future of the game of hockey is out on the ice today. These guys are what is next, what is up and coming, who you will be watching for the next few decades throughout the hockey world. Pay attention, lock in, get your cup of joe in home because we're bringing the energy. Dan Kay, Lucas Jones, let's do this, Lucas. I'm stoked right now.
Oh, this is the real young guns now. This is the youth, the future of the game of hockey, and the USPHL is all here in one rink for scouts and fans in attendance. This is going to be a good one.
This is going to be a very good one, and getting the start in net is a very good one for the 16U American side. It's going to be Michael Salvatore. Michael Salvatore comes into this one 6-2-0 on the year, a .947 saves percentage. He stops just about everything that moves. On the other end of the ice for the 16U national side, it'll be Tyler Uzelic, who gets the start at a Long Valley, New York. Puck drop, game underway in the white and red with the puck on their stick. That's Team American, and the blue and red will be Team National going left to right on your screen. That one catches the linesman on the way out of the zones, kicked right back in. We'll play 17-minute periods today in this one, so you'll pay attention to that clock there. We're 15 seconds into it. Immediately down to the corner they go. Trying to reel this one back out. All the way down into his own zone to play this one. Going to be Noah Jones. Noah Jones hit hard into the boards there. Nice little all-star hit early from Will Woodruff. Will Woodruff, man, this guy can get rough with him when he needs to be, man, and he comes out and makes a big hit. There is a quick zone entry shot, gloved away and swatted out of the air by Salvatore.
Yeah, Will is an excellent player, Dan, and he's an intense player. He knows exactly where to put himself on the ice to be successful. He's a lightning rod. Expect him to be the same in this one.
This is the best thing about the 16U All-Star Game. 2 hard hits on the first shift. These guys are going to hit each other when they get in the open ice. Heads up, boys. We got ourselves some hockey action coming at you with the best and brightest. Tipped up ahead, now breaking out of the zone with this one, it's going to be Leclair. Leclair will leave this one off on to Kelton. Kelton tries to pelt him with that shot, reels it off the glass and out to center. Handling this one back on towards his own zone. Backhands it up to Charlie Ross. Ross going to throw this one on in behind, letting it skate by his Muzelik. He won't get out after it. Kicks back along to the top of the circle. Trying to jump into the play is Pelton and help along with Seaberg. He couldn't get it, now we'll reel it back in. Jumped right back along by Nolan Sawyer. Sawyer gets this one head for Leclair. Leclair hands it up top with the shot that was Pelton on it, who rings the top post. Good look there for Pelton early in this one. A real good first shift for Seaberg, Leclair, and Pelton. Handed back along, skating it right on in, tipped aside. Offense aplenty early in this one. Some good opportunities in the first 2. Handing out wide side. Zone entry timed up well. Poked away. Nice little poke check there. Getting to it with Zachary Jesse. Trouble not gone as it's plinkoed right back out the center. Reeled along. Going to have the numbers here. 2-on-1 chance with the cross-ice pass. Shot on net and patted away. Big time stop by Salvatore. Out through center with this one. Going to jump that one along. On the pass on in was Will Hilton. We talked to Will before this one. Another good kid in this, man. These guys, so intelligent at this age already. So smart about the game. Good head on their shoulders, and Will Hilton is another one of those guys that you talk to him and you're just floored at the way he kind of holds himself via an interview already.
Well, they learn about the game from these squads, and they develop their hockey IQ. And one of the things that separates the players on the ice here is that high hockey IQ, the ability to understand and digest the game in small bits and pieces.
Kamicek there was on it. It was flipped all the way back down on the other end after the D-man to D-man pass. The hand goes up, the whistle blows, icing the whistle. Icing the call, 14:11 to go here on Hockey TV. Dan Kay on the play-by-play, Lucas Jones on the 1s and 2s, 14:11 on the clock. 2 shots on goal for Team American, 2 stops made.
Dan, in the NCDC game, we saw quite a bit of defense and shot blocking. In the 16U game, what is defense when you can just have end-to-end skating with some incredible passing, some incredibly crisp play so far in this one?
This one's given wide side with the shot, deflected up and out of play. Face-off will stay in the zone. Far side there, out in front of the net.
Had some good-looking shots so far from a lot of these players. We've seen a couple of shots that have just barely missed, 1 or 2 that have hit off the crossbar. I mean, this is going to be an offensive matchup, make no mistake.
Matt Imbriano on a face-off from the Jersey Hitmen. He'll win this one back. Tried to poke it along to Dougherty. Dougherty couldn't get it. It'll be thrown right back in behind his own net with this one, reeling it around for Kamechik. Kamechik cares to get to it. He could not. Handed back along through center. Lucas, that'll be the most difficult task for me today, is saying my own last name in a different way, as this one's wristed wide side, tried to find him on the far post, couldn't get it to him. Bouncing puck, it's deflected on the way through and glove there. No problems for Salvatore. On the deflection on the way through was Hadasovsky.
These goaltenders have had to deal with some fast skaters so far today, Dan. Really selling out as they head towards the net. I like to see in this 16U game a lot of players crashing the net, unafraid to get physical in front of the crease.
Kick, save, and a beauty by Salvatore. Takes the deflection, he stones it, bodies it away. Big time stop yet again. Handed back along, racing on forward. Tried to poke it on in deep. He'll reel it on with a backhand pass. That's Lachlan Gibson who made that look. Out they come with it now. Off that backhand, it catches a stanchion, bounces through the air. It's jammed back along to the corner by Matt Fret. He won't fret here. He'll take his time along the boards behind. Out around that TSR sign, holding up top. Thought about making the cross-ice pass, had it poked away. Trouble not gone yet. He'll fan on that one. Flips it on along. Jason Player tried to jump in and get to it. It's tipped ahead and out the center. Good action here from both ends. Settling that one out of his own net. Going to be Salvatore. He'll leave it off. Quick look up ice. Hands that on in. Obedient line change here for Team American. Team National will get a few fresh skates on as well. Out across that Duncan sign. He'll dunk this one up the center. Spinning and firing it on down in. Handed back off. Almost jumping in and forcing the turnover is Hadasovsky. He's already created two good chances early in this one. Out of his net, spinning it aside is Muzelik. Almost turned it over. Low side now, pass it up. Wide angle shot was fanned on, going to create a break the other way now. Hadasovsky on it one more time. He'll look to the wide side, had a man in support, couldn't find him, catches the back of his skate on the cross-ice pass. 5 minutes into this one, back and forth we go. Handing off, waiting for an opening, couldn't find it, catches the skate again. Trying to jam that one along. Nice little saucer out the center, takes a deflection, poked on in. Hard hit down to the ice. Announcing his presence with authority on that hit was Kareem Allison. That one's whisked away. Nifty little move there to get by. Trying to find his way out is Orloff. He'll fire on out the center. That's tapped along there by Delgazo. Delgazo gets it as far as the circle. Here's a D-man to D-man look on the way back out the other way. Now that's Will Hilton on the pass. It's going to catch up on net. Get tangled up in the paraphernalia for a whistle with 11:28 to go. Nothing to score. All knotted up here, the USPHL 16U All-Star game.
Oh, this has been a real good one so far, Dan. And, you know, you kind of expected to see a lot of offensive breakout skill here, and you're certainly not being disappointed.
That one finds its way down to the corner. Tried to bring it on in front. It's poked away. Tangled up in the skates. Nice little pitchfork up off the glass, trying to find his way out. Holding that stick lift and sent into the zone. Good high pressure put on there. That was Carter Hanrahan, the man with the pressure. This one's turned back over now. Holding wide side with the shot, paddled aside. No chances taken there in net by Salvatore. Nice little paddle stop. That one looked to take a deflection on the way through at will. No whistle coming. Getting down to it, bodying man off puck. Nice body control right there to get that one away. Getting his body to it, getting in the way of the man was Colin Wenrick there out of the Boston Junior Bruins program. This is a guy who is a defense-first defenseman, and you'll love to see when those guys make the All-Star team. A lot of times it'll be the points and the goals and the assists that get defensemen on the All-Star team, and you forget about that part of the game where those are the guys a lot of times who need to be selfless, Lucas, out there just putting themselves in front of pucks.
Yeah, absolutely, and you need defensemen that are willing to stand their ground and play some really hard-nosed defense, especially in an offensive-based game. And I think the 16U level has featured a ton of offense, so you need those defensemen. Look, you're never going to find him too deep in the zone. You're never going to find him out of position. He's always going to be exactly where he needs to be.
Jumping into this play, getting to it was Michael Mitrione. Mitrione will throw it down behind. Taken right back out by Team National. Cross ice look, little Plinko pass. Pitchforked up out the center by Noah Jones. Noah can't arc that one into the zone. It'll be taken back out. Pushed on along. Nifty little move. Hard hit, spinning through the air, getting out of the way of it. Nice nifty little move to avoid contact by Matt Imbriano. That's preservation right there, self-preservation. I'd be doing the same thing. That's a nifty little spin. Judges gave him the 5.3 on the move.
You know, figure skating is a crucial part of the game now, Dan, especially with the speed.
You talk about it, though. I mean, You talk about the ability to avoid the big hit. It is so important as this game, as the skaters get bigger, the athletes get stronger. It's important to miss that big hit. It's important to be quick on your feet and try to keep yourself out of those dangerous areas. This one handed off. That catches a skate on the way through. Mitrione right back into it. He tried to fire it on out the center, won't find his way out. That one's stolen back on. Good little poke away. Flipped on out by Mitrione. Racing down after it here, trying to get the breakaway chance, could not. Reaching out and couldn't find it. Steering this one back around, that's Chris Delaney. Delaney going to run into the wall there, have it stolen away, flip back out the center. Reaching out after it, won't get to it. Jumped on in by Will Hilton. Will Hilton, 1 goal, 3 assists, 4 points. Another defenseman who's a defense-first guy. You trust him with the puck on his stick, he's going to make good decisions, and every time out, you feel like you can trust that a big play is coming from him.
Yeah, and again, you talk about the key to a team, right? It's a guy who fits into the system, who knows his place on the ice.
Here's a chance on the ice there. Shot low, save made and held onto. Somehow stopping that with the pad was Salvatore.
And Salvatore not just making the save, but giving the little vamp, the pose for the camera at the end after that save. What a job by Salvatore.
I'll tell you what, sometimes you make a save any way you can, and he kind of gave that look back, hoping that it did not skirt under the pads there. It did not. A huge save by Salvatore. Trouble not gone there yet as it shot on net, stopped and covered up. Salvatore will take a deep breath as he gets back up with this one.
Yeah, Salvatore working hard right now. Defense has got to get his zone clearance, reduce the pressure. You know, Team National has had some really good time on attack the last few minutes.
Hadasovsky's been the guy so far for Team National. Matas Hadasovsky there from the Springfield Picks out of Slovakia. And the Slovakian has been all over the place early in this one. That's backhanded along down to the corner. Trying to pressure the man off the puck there. Getting to him and holding him along the boards is Kamicek. Kamicek can't get it away. Back out to that blue line. Drake shot through bodies is blocked on the way through. Oh, the All-Star game block shot. I said it in the NCDC game. You deserve a medal when you block a shot in an All-Star game. Handed back up. Team National on the break now, trying to get an opening. That one's poked away, gets it right back and rings the post. Oh, what a play there to beat the netminder high on the blocker's side, but catches the post. Gregory Spitznagel almost spits that one to the back of the net. This one's stolen away, thrown on in front, hit hard wide side. Steering it around behind. Thought about going low to high with it. It's stolen away from him. Both sides with some good opportunities in this opening frame. With that one, it's a wrister off the blocker, taken down out of the air. Spinning with it, reeling it around the boards. Out on the break now the other way. Holding on to this one. Thought about keeping it, had to take it down to the corner boards. That's Will Woodruff. Woodruff going to lose control of that one. Race back after it. Chase the man out from behind the net. Woodruff, man, he's a guy who's out here playing hard right now. He's had a couple good shifts, and he's had a couple good hits in this one. That time it was dished back out at him. You're going to dish out hits in the All-Star game, they're going to hit you back too, and you see he's ready for it.
Yeah, and especially look as these two teams look to stiffen up their neutral zone play. Those big hits are going to start to factor in very heavily.
Really like the way he's playing so far in this one. Really, he's making himself noticeable out there. That's what you say with a style of play right now. You can kind of, you know when he's out there, and you can kind of see the heads go up. You know, you're ready for it. Is this one stolen away? Good little chance on net, bodied away. Muzelik on the stop, his third of the game. Poked away at center. That one makes itself as far back as the Team National zone. They'll retreat with it. Trying to go D-man to D-man there. He'll hand off instead to Nicholas Van Tassel. The centerman will race this one up through. Van Tassel from the Rockets Hockey Club. He'll hand it off. Shot gets blocked up into the air. No one could find it. Now they finally do. Whisk it away back up to the blue line. Numbers here for Team American if they can get out, but it's stolen away right back the other way. Back and forth we go. A little game of chase right here, a little game of tag here, Lucas. It's just attempt after attempt. Nice little fire wagon hockey right now.
Well, I mean, you can't beat it. You can't beat it. You come to an all-star game and you get the end-to-end play. Two teams just trying to see whose offense can throw a puck in the back of the net first.
This one plinkoed out towards center, stolen away. Skating back with it towards his own zone, that's Lachlan Gibson. Lachlan never lacking on the ice, Lucas. He is really good.
Yeah, I mean, he's been a huge part of his squad so far this season, and he's looking to bring that same energy in today's game.
Big kid, too, at 6'2", 195. This guy's a freight train coming through, as that one was a freight train thrown on in front. Trying to jam it home was Hadasovsky yet again. He has had chance after chance. You got to imagine the hockey gods are going to open up that net. And that one was actually Imbriano. Looking through there, that number 12 was bunched up on the back of the shirt there. So it was actually Imbriano who jumped through. He's also had a good game. He's got 7 and 5 this year for 12 points. The Wayne, New Jersey native playing for his hometown Jersey Hitmen.
Yeah, Imbriano is such a huge asset. Such a good player. The Hitmen, they certainly know how to develop them, don't they? Year in, year out at every single level. The Hitmen are extremely well represented.
Big D-zone face-off win for Team National. That was our first whistle in 6 minutes of ice hockey. That was some open action right there. Fun to watch. Hand it off here, back towards their own zone. Steering onto this one, that's Evan Orloff. Orloff kicks it out towards center, jammed right back in behind. Again, you're watching along with the Dan K Show. That's at @Dan K Show on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Follow along. This one's thrown cross ice, tried to get it to him, could not. Follow along. You can also vote for today's star of the game. Reach out to @Dan K Show on Twitter. Tweet with hashtag star of the game. Let us know who you think should win. Good zone entry timed up now for Team American. That one's poked away. The defense in this game has been locked down.
Oh, that looked like one pass too many right over the zone. It looked like he had the opportunity to shoot. You love unselfish play, but shoot the puck. You got to get that thing on net.
This one's down. The #1 cheer in hockey, shoot the puck. You hear it at every rink, everywhere. If it were only that easy, as Lachlan Gibson's going to take this back towards his own zone, back behind his own net. Correction, it was Evan Orloff. Orloff hands this one up now ahead. He'll head off for a change. Down high in his corner, trying to find his way through. Good little tangle up, poked away. Looking to pitch this one up off the glass and out. It catches a stanchion, finds its way down ahead of Salski. Shot! Score! Mattis! Hadasovsky goes top shelf score, and Team National takes the early lead 1-0.
And that's the example of why you just turn and take the shot, Dan. I mean, you find the puck on your stick in an area of the ice like that. You don't have all the angles that you'd like to have, especially if you were coming up in between the face-off circles right in the slot. But if you can hit that high shot right over the shoulder beneath the crossbar, that's as good a place as any to try.
Mattis Hadasovsky, 31 goals scored this season in 20 games played. 31 goals scored in 20 games played. He has 53 points, over 2 points per game for this young man, over 2.5 points per game for this young man, as that one is fired cross ice, looking for him far side. What a season so far for Hadasovsky, and it continues on the biggest stage the USPHL has to offer.
Hey, he's a machine. He put peanut butter and jelly sandwiches in, and you get points on the out end there, Dan. It's an incredible thing to watch.
It's Hadasovsky again with the wrister low. It's going to be paddled aside. Good job to cover up the 5-hole there by Salvatore. That one's thrown in front by Hadasovsky, jammed on net and swatted away out of the air. Huge save by Salvatore.
Absolutely filthy shot attempt. That was, that just defies all explanation how that puck stayed on the stick. And an even better save by Salvatore.
That one put on, takes to the corner, tried to throw it on in front, rings the post there, had him beat on that glove side. Instead, catches that post and couldn't get it to go. With the shot was Anthony D'Alessio. Along this corner, that's Gabdrakhmanov there. Gabdrakhmanov can't get it away. D'Alessio can't either. It's going to be shoveled along out the center. Handed on in forehand side. Racing back behind his net to get to this one's Nolan Sawyer. Sawyer going to saw this one up ahead with a saucer pass. Breaking out is Woodruff. Woodruff going to try to carry it on net. Just gets bodied off it there. Gets it right back, though, along the boards. Trickles itself back through. 2:10 to go now in the first period of play. Back up to the blue line. Quick shot goes high. Heads up. Spinning shot by Woodruff is blocked. What a shift here. 2 blocks by Jake Garachi right there. I'll tell you, the first one wasn't on purpose, and that one went head high.
Yeah, no, that's a tough couple of shots to be able to have to try to deal with.
Jake going to get this one now. You know what? He earned a shot on goal with those 2 blocks. That's what I would say is there's a shot deflected on the way through. Score! Team National by 2 early in this one. 1:45 to go. We'll see who will get credited with that deflection on the way through. Leading him in, taking that shot, was number 21, Nicholas Van Tassel. He's the one to lead him in. Getting along the shooting lane there was Gregory Spitznagel as well. We'll get the official scoring from down on the booth.
Van Tassel, Spitznagel, Hadasovsky. the names are huge, the players are bigger, Dan. I mean, that's a great shot and great positioning as well.
Carter Hanrahan gets the goal. Carter Hanrahan out of Long Meadow, Massachusetts. The Mass Man back here at home with the big-time score. The Springfield Pick Star does it yet again. Carter Hanrahan, 30 goals and 39 assists on the year with the Springfield Picks. Good is an understatement. I would say great, grand, en français. I may say c'est incroyable. May give him all of those as Carter Hanrahan continues to hand pucks to the back of the net. There's a shot from center ice, takes that one from the parking lot. The bouncing puck is scooped up by Salvatore to get the whistle at the 1:01 mark. Lucas heads down to ice level. He'll have an interview at the first intermission there. We'll see who he can scoop up off the bench here. What a first period of play for this team national side. There's just so many points, and one of the things Lucas and I talked about coming into this is who's gonna be the one with the puck? There's only one puck out there, and there's so many points on this team national side. How are they going to decide who's taking the shots? And they've had no problem getting comfortable with one another here today. Out of his net to settle that down. That's going to be Salvatore. Final minute of play in the first period. Turnover here at the blue line. Wide side shot deflected up into the stratosphere there. And out of play. Salvatore not tested by it. Taking that shot off the turnover there. It's number 18, Ryan McKenna. McKenna, a Pal Junior Islander star. He's played 25 games, has 30 points. I'll tell you, when you're in an all-star game, you look at the numbers and you remember why they're all all-stars, man. McKenna's had a heck of a year as well. Back towards his own zone. 200 feet away from that American side of the ice. He'll spin it back up. Catching the skate there. Hard pass onto the skate of Kamechik there. Kamechik gets to it. Backhands this one along. That's Wenrick who threw it in. When in doubt, get the puck to Wenrick there as he forces the turnover. Gets it on behind. Had a man in front, couldn't find him as the passing lane was closed. Stop! The shooting lane is not, as that one's wristed from the blue line and saved by Musellen. Nice shot there. Getting the opening was Colin Wenrick. Almost put one home. He has one on the season. Trying to get one in the All-Star game. There's a quick shot off the face-off win there from that Ovechkin point. Just hanging out behind that face-off man, trying to wrist it off quick. Whistle blows, time concludes. That's 17 minutes of hockey in the boot. The score, Team National 2, Team American 0. A strong start. Mattis Hadasovsky scores the first. Carter Hanrahan on the second. Lucas Jones down to ice level now. See who he's got. It looks like number 24 of Team American, Michael Mitrione. Lucas and Michael Mitrione, take it away.
Thanks, Dan. Yeah, down here with Michael. Now, a tough first period of play for you guys, but I mean, it's an all-star game, right? You got to expect more than a few goals. So talk to us about what you saw in that first period of play.
A lot of speed. They're getting pucks to the net, and just shots on the point. We got to block them. So.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen our fair share of block shots, especially at the NCDC level. Now, talk about getting to represent your squad at this All-Star game. How much does it mean to you as a player and to your team to be able to be here today?
It means a lot. I wish a couple other guys could be here, but it means a lot to me. But I wouldn't be here without the guys on my team and my coaches.
Now, talk about getting ready for an All-Star game, because you haven't played with a lot of these guys before. Have you guys had some time to draw up a few plays? Has Coach taken care of that? Anything fun we should be looking out for?
So far, not yet, but in the locker room, probably have something drawn up for us. So,
thanks a lot. Back up to you, Dan.
Michael Mitrione, man, and he talks about it. It's always the crazy part about these all-star games. You don't get to bring the whole squad. Sometimes you're out here with a few of your teammates. Sometimes you're out here as the lone man here. And for this Connecticut Junior Rangers side, Michael Mitrione has represented well, man. He's had a good year. He's a talented kid, good head on his shoulders, and a big future ahead of him. We got a big future ahead of us. We got more hockey coming up next. Dan K, Lucas Jones, the Dan K Show presents the USPHL 16U All-Star Game on Hockey TV. We'll be back with more after this. I'll take a breather, I'll take a break, and we'll be back with a lot more. Dan K on the mic, always Hockey Night, 2-0. Team National leads Team American after 1. looked at it, I was like, it's definitely.
I was just going to say, before we were here, I was seeing this gold move around $5,000 worth of equipment. I saw that, I was like, what's that?
17 minutes of hockey showed us what Team National had in store for Team American, and it was an offensive frenzy. And I will tell you what, Matas Hadasovsky was the story of that first period of play. He created just about every single chance that you could create in that first period. Talk about the success of Hadasovsky and just how stellar he looked.
I mean, if we're not careful, this kid's going to win the game all by himself. I mean, you look at, he had a goal already. He had 2 great chances on net that didn't go, one that rang the post. Hadasovsky's been everywhere. He has found the puck on his stick in multiple situations. I mean, this kid's incredible, man.
It's the what is? Oh, I forgot the name of the singer of that song now. Now I can't do the joke anymore.
What song?
The one with "Everywhere to Me." You know, you're everywhere to me when I close my eyes.
Is the Michelle Branch?
Michelle Branch. He had the Michelle Branch first period.
Yes.
He was everywhere to me. That was it. What a heck of a period there for Hadasovsky. You look to the other side, and you're going to need some folks to step up here and make things happen. And one guy who was trying to do just that in that first period of play was Troy Kelton from the CP Dynamo. And he's a guy who's going to be needing to pelt the back of the net and pelt the netminder with shots as much as he can. Pelton, Seaberg, and Leclair. This seems like they were that scariest group of the Team American side in that first period of play.
Yeah, no, I mean, this Team American is absolutely primed and ready for a comeback here. I mean, you talk about the raw talent that's on a team. Team American is loaded with talent and skill. They had a number of good chances, and Dan, it's interesting, the scoreboard right now, it mirrors last game. Team National, 2 goals, 3 shots. Team American, no goals, 11 shots. So Team American is getting to the net, but they have yet to get past goaltending, which I remind you is why I love Team National so much.
If you hit me again with your line chart, I will hit you back. Just kidding, folks. It is hockey time here, second period underway. Who says there's no coaching in an all-star game? Mixing up the lines here to start the second period is Team American. Jesper Seaberg, Pelton, Troy Pelton, and Josh Schonlin going to skate together to start this period out. Down here immediately on the high pressure, skating back towards his own net is Hadasovsky. He'll steal this one along. Hands it up for Delgazo. Delgazo sends it on through the blue line. Held up there. Flipping it there, can't get it by Nicholas. Delgazo gives up ahead, stolen right back. Little game of catch there. You take it. No, you take it. This one's going to be outletted out. National with a quick early shot. Save made, sprawling on top of it. Caution to the wind, getting the whistle and the stoppage there in net is the new netminder, Cade Corbin. Cade Corbin out of the Northern Cyclones Academy. Cade was 4-5-1-0 this year. He's out of Waconia, Minnesota. And don't you know, this guy's a good netminder out of Minnesota.
Oh, he went full extension to get that save, and you talked about the little pose at the end of it too, Dan. Just a little glide, taking a half a second to rest.
This one down, on behind, up to that Cedars sign as it couldn't be held on to. Team National's going to jump this one right back out the center, getting right back where they started. This one tipped along, finds its way loose, holding wide side. It's D'Alessio with the shot. It's glove to side, ushering that one along is the new Team National netminder, Connor McDonough. McDonough 6-4-0 on the year, a .932 saves percentage, a .197 goals against. That's good, folks. Corbin going to wear a body there in his own net. He'll get right back up to his feet. It's a tough netminder right there as it skated on through center, up across that checker line. Throwing it on in front, trying to jam it home, had a body in his way there. Getting his stick to it was Lachlan Gibson. On through center, tried to go through the legs with it, reaching back out for it, jumping in the lane there, making the play was Nolan Sawyer. Sawyer hands this one off. Nice little outlet here to Woodruff. Woodruff has a man going for a change, so he'll just take the shot from center, and a no-nonsense save made with the paddle there. In net by McDonough. Hand it on up, looking for a way out. He'll chisel it on ahead to center. Flipping it down for the forecheck. Nice little all-star game physical forecheck here for Team National. Reeling it back up around the boards. Faking the shot there, thinking about it was Orloff. He'll turn off with this one now. Orloff will hand it back up top. Could be a break the other way. It's going to be a race after this one. Thinking about coming out to play it. He will with the poke. It was kicked right back on net and stone. A little bit of miscommunication there. McDonough at the last second tried to poke it along. That's one, Lucas, where you want to see that netminder get out there and just clear that thing along.
Yeah, the indecision is what kills you there. As soon as you see the race to the puck, you got to go full on out there. And if you sit back in net and you're going to poke it away, you got to poke it to the sides. You can't poke it right at the body.
There's a shot high, rings the post and doesn't go. The second time today, Team American has rang a post and not seen it go home. And that's a situation, that's an all-star game right there. That's McDonough with a few defensemen that, you know, the miscommunication, you're not really sure who's going to be where, how to play that one out. And at the last second did just enough. And that was a huge save he made off that deflection. That's an easy puck to squirt by you there.
Yeah, that's one where you fire that puck 10 times, you'll get 10 different results.
Held aside with a paddle, he'll leave it off. 13:54 to go. Fired up ahead now. Dumping that one in, off for a change there. Throwing it on in was Mitch Rion. Down to the corner one more time. Fighting down after it, trying to find his way back up towards the blue line. Has a man, won't get it to him. It's stolen away again. Team National defensively stymieing this Team American side early in this one. Held wide side again. Good zone entry, timed up, thought about a shot. He'll drag it back up top for the one-timer just wide. Trying to flail the pad at it. Trying to get the kick. Save was McDonough, didn't have to. Good cross-ice look there. Thought about a shot. Waits the extra second. Fires it on the body. Save made by Cade Corbin.
That's a great job on the shot, too. The dead leg toe drag. And he just kind of waits for the opening, glides that one in, and gets a great shot on net.
This Team National team, man, they look like they've been playing together for a while. These guys are crisp right now. That one back to the corner. Thought about a pass out. He'll flip it up off the glass. Spins it back out towards the blue line. No one was there, so they'll have to retreat. Holding and dumping that one right back in. From the corner, he'll flip it along. On to Pelton. Pelton pelts this one up off the glass. Down they go, racing out with it. Thought about the shot. Now this one trickles on net and almost went. McDonough had the fight to get to that one. That was a strong stop by McDonough. Bodies everywhere. Chase Leclair was flashing through, and it wound up in the glove of McDonough somehow.
And Team National fans, you can let that breath you've been holding out, because that's one of those saves that really makes you think about how close the game of hockey can get. From up here, that puck looked like it might trickle through the legs.
Puck luck. That's what they call it. This one comes back up top for the quick shot. Hit his own man. Spinorama shot gets kicked away. Kick save and a beauty made there by McDonough. Connor McDonough has McDone enough so far in net. He's played well. That one's thrown on. He'll paddle that one, fire it right back into play, keeps this thing moving. That's a smart play there by McDonough. You can kind of see the momentum moving in your direction, trying to get that puck out. Team Americans had a few good looks on you. You want to get this thing moving if you can. Lucas going to head down to ice level now, go talk to both coaching staffs live on the benches. 12 minutes to go here in the second, spinning along with this one, just trying to find a way out of their zone. Absolutely pestering them there was Anthony D'Alessio. Reels this one around the boards on the way in. Takes a bounce over the stick there. Woodruff tried to get to it, and it bounced all the way back out for Will Hilton to retreat after. Here goes the Utica Junior Comet star. Fires that one through it. Took a deflection. No icing coming. Right back the other way with it. Go Team National. 9 shots on goal for Team American. 6 of those coming in this second period already. 14 shots on goal for Team National. 3 of those in the second period. Handed back along. Jammed up off the glass. Just in front of their own bench here. Nifty little dance along across that blue line. He'll fire this wide side. Thought about the shot. Now jams it on in front. What a nice little drag move there to delay the pass by Van Tassel. And he hassled him with that one. Now there's a chance on net. Shot stoned. Jumping out of the net there. High in the crease. Throwing his body in the way of it was McDonough. There's a breakaway chance there the other way. One chance turns into another. Gabtrek Monov on the look. Holding this one with a quick shot into the body. It was stopped, trickled onto the goal line, and diving on top of it to put the frying pan on the fire as we head down to ice level with Lucas Jones and Coach Topher Beavis of the Boston Junior Bruins.
Thanks, Dan. Yeah, down here on the bench at Team America. Now, Coach, things obviously didn't go your way the first period, but the second period, the boys have come out firing. What do you expect to see with the rest of this game? What did you talk about in that first intermission?
Well, yeah, anytime you get a game like this, it takes a little time for the kids to get to know each other and figure out the type of game we want to play. And that's all we really did after the first period. We talked it over, kind of figured out the kind of game we want to play here in the second period, and the boys are doing a good job.
Now, this Junior Bruins squad is extremely well represented on this bench, but both between you and the players. What's the best thing about coaching an all-star game? You got to love being able to coach some of these kids who, may have given you fits during the regular season.
Oh, yeah, it's great. You get to see the rest of the league, right? So don't get to play these guys all that often around the league, and to get to coach them and coach against the other team, too. It's great. It's a good opportunity for me, and it's a good opportunity for the other kids.
Thanks a lot, Coach. Back up to you, Dan.
Thanks.
Great interview on ice level there. Lucas will now head over to Coach Noel Rubin and the Team National side. Team National leading 2-0. They got to be pretty happy on that bench right now with the effort they've put on so far. Team American trying to battle their way back into it. Eerily similar to our NCDC All-Star game that we broadcasted today at 1:30. It was a 2-0 Team National lead around the same point in this game. Came back and tied it. Team National wound up winning, though. Overall, 5-4 at the end of that one. There's a toe drag shot score! Da-da-da! Da-da-da! Billy Dougherty dogging him with that one. The Northern Cyclones Academy superstar. Oh, that was filthy, Lucas.
That's highlight reel material for sure, Dan. And you talk about individual effort that creates success. That's exhibits A through Z, and then loop your way back around. That's as good as it gets in the game of hockey.
Hand down, man down. Billy the Kid does it again. Kid's a sharpshooter right there, created his own space, and you talk about it all the time, the importance of being able to score without that space. He dragged that puck to a position to create an angle for himself and then just planted it home. Team National by 3. Plinko pass out the center. Team American trying to race back into this one. Good little look there with a hard pass thrown in front. Caught the back there on the way through, getting his body in the way of it was Noah Jones. This one, Plinko's down behind. Racing on in after it's Jason Player. He'll try to crush this one along the boards onto Matt Frett. Frett not going to fret here. He'll just hand it along to Dustin Patterson. Patterson going to write a novel along with this one and reel it around the boards. Spun back up off a body. Getting to it was Kareem Allison. That one races all the way back down. Whistle blows, icing the whistle, icing the call. 3-0 Team National leads. Goals in this one scored by Mattis Hadasovsky, Billy Dougherty, and Carter Hanrahan for Team National. Muzelik pitched the perfect first period with 3 stops on 3 attempts. Now this is continuing into this period with a shot quickly off the face-off win. On that look there was Gregory Spitznagel, almost found that one home. A drag shot score! First time didn't go, second. That's the charm, and that is Spitznagel. Gregory Spitznagel, who finds the goal there, making it 4-0 Team National, and Gregory Spitznagel, what a shift. This kid's got 17 goals in the regular season. Let's add one in the All-Star game, boys.
Spitznagel absolutely spits in hot fire out there on the ice stand. Ooh. That's another great goal for Team National.
4-0 lead Team National. Lucas going to be heading to a very happy Team National bench as they continue to extend that lead. Handed on along, could not find their way to it. Making their way out towards center. Thought about jumping this one along, he will. Down after it is Troy Pelton at a CP Dynamo. The dynamic forward can't reach it. Leaves it off there just by the Bauer sign. It's stolen away. Looking for the outlet. Fired up towards the blue line. Stolen by Charlie Ross and fired right back in. Under 8 minutes to go here in the second period. Big thing about these All-Star games, you have to remember every shift counts. A lot of eyes on this game today here as you watch along with the Dan K shows. There's a hard hit at center. Oh, welcome to the All-Star game there. And now it's a 2-on-none break shot score. The hard hit squirts the puck loose. It finds its way in front, and the shot score on that one, breaking that one through, was Jesper Seberg. El Capitan. Jesper Seberg opens up the 7th season with a score, and we head down to Lucas Jones on the Team National bench with Coach Rubin.
Thanks, Dan. Down here on the bench at Team National. Now, Coach, with this 4-1 lead now in the second period of play, you got to be happy with what your team's been able to do so far.
Yeah, so far we've been able to create some good scoring chances. Guys are shooting the puck, which is nice. They're not trying to be too creative and overhandle pucks. They're shooting and getting on net, and we've been able to use some screens to score some goals, so it's been good.
Now, talk about being able to pull together some of the best talent from around the league. What's it like to be able to coach some of these guys? And we asked Coach Hofer on the other side, what it's like to coach against guys who might have given you fits during the regular season.
Yeah, I mean, it's fun. Just during the season, it's a battle, and you're trying to win the game, and it's a war. But when you get here, it's a lot of fun. You get to mix these guys up and play together. It's a great atmosphere.
Here's a shot, high score. Team National gets the goal with Coach Rubin on the interview there. And that one was fired high and somehow finds the back of the net. Leading the boys in after that one there was Nicholas Van Tassel.
You know, Dan, I thought I was going to be bad luck. I hopped on the bench at Team National. They gave up a goal. And just as that interview wraps up, Team National evens it up, making this game 5-1. I mean, National's got a heck of a lot of speed out there on the ice, Dan, and it's really creating some issues for Team American.
Well, it's like I said, I mean, the big thing with Team National, the point totals are just incredible, Lucas.
Yeah, it's really incredible when you start to break that down in points per game as well.
This one's fired high, going blocker side, can't get it on net. Jammed right back in along. Right back to work now, go Team National. I'll tell you what, these boys are playing hard right now for Team National. Team American trying to dish out some of that physicality right back at them. Tipped on along, look for the stick lift, won't find it there. That was Colin Wenrick who tried to get to it. This one trickles into a dangerous spot right in front of the net. Couldn't find it, finally do, and reel it out the center. Jammed right back in, out of his net to settle it down is Cade Corbin. He'll leave it there. Fired up off the glass, bouncing down, that's stolen away. Thought about jamming it on, it was poked along. Team National, relentless attack right now with 5:55 remaining in the second period. That one's given on ahead. Tried to flip it through, hard hit there, getting the worst of it as Ethan Kamichek gets into it. That one jammed along to the corner. Thought about firing it back up. Here go Team National. They got the numbers again. Racing out wide side as a man in support. He'll leave it back off to him. Bouncing puck found its way onto the stick of Billy Dougherty. Handed off to him by Imbriano, but the puck was poked along and away. Back out up top. That's Mitch Rion. He'll leave it along. Tried to get it through. It was poked away. Flipped on out, trying to get the outlet. You know, once you get the goal number 5 in an All-Star game, you're already seeing it. Guys leaking out a little early, trying to get that goal up on the board. You're going to see it a lot from both sides here. Flips it on and along. Down after it behind to go get it is Pelton. Flip back up top. Wide open from the point. Had it poked away. Jumping into the play last second there to make the stop was Raynon Joseph. Joseph makes the big stop. Under 5 to go now, second period of play. This one's flipped up along. Takes a bounce off the glass, hard hit along the boards. Stolen right back away, and it's just been Team National, they've just kind of been able to keep the puck out of the zone. There's not been that puck control that Team American's looking to get going. This is a team that can really pass the puck well and can really control the zone, the group that they've put together. But right now, Team National doing a really good job with some team defense, some disciplined play. And you know, for an All-Star game, man, these guys have come up with some big stops.
And Team American's been good on the zone entry as well. On the previous play, you had number 19.
Jammed on in front, stopped on the way through. Here comes that zone presence we talked about. Hands it back along. Fired cross ice, tipped up in the air, taken right down with a catching glove, and a backhand shot sticked away. Continue, Lucas. I apologize.
No. He had. It's just going to talk about the incredible offense on Team American. I mean, you saw number 19, Shane Baker, the centerman for the top line on there, you know, timing up the zone entry to make things happen. And then again on that last attack where they were able to get a close shot on net, it's the little things.
There's a little thing right there. How about a big goal? Turnover forced. Puck trickles its way through in front. Got tangled up in the pads and getting that greasy goal score. That one right in front, jamming it home, was Chase Leclair. And I do declare, you are my hero.
Chase is certainly turning this game into a little bit of a closer matchup here. And you talk about how dangerous the turnover is. You see firsthand example. The turnover created by the high pressure can really make some things happen.
3:36 to go in the second period, and I would say offense, the story in the second period. And here's some more of it. What a move in front, almost dangled it right on through. Last second lost control. I would have been calling Butchercross if that one went home. Oh, what a move right there. Put it on a leash, took it for a walk. Oh, beautiful play on that one. Along those Zam doors, they're far side of your screen at home. Tipped back up towards the blue line. Thought about a shot, won't take it just yet. Good tandem play there as that one takes a deflection on the way through and steers wide. Tipped back out towards the blue line. Jumping into that one, getting it loose, but not for long was Troy Kelton. It'll be fired right back up with that Plinko pass on the way through. Tried to leave it on behind, got caught up in his own skate. It's stolen away and flipped up off the glass by Jesper Seberg. That'll create a break the other way now. Has D'Alessio in support. Won't take the shot just yet. Woodruff has it poked away and lifted up. Beautiful play on that one. Woodruff going to jump right back into it. Tried to leave it off for Gabdrek Monov and couldn't find him. Nifty little move through the legs. Thrown cross ice. Almost took a deflection home. Kamicek there to get in the way of it. Up at center. Nifty move wide side. Leaves it back off to the top of the blue. Nice play there with the stick to get to that one. What a play to keep that puck. That one right there was Carter Hanrahan, who's already got a goal in this one, and the hands on Hanrahan. He reached out, stole that puck away. No reason he should have been able to get to that one. That is skill right there and strength on the puck. Out across that blue line wide side, it's Gabdrek Monov who tried to put it home and could not. Backhanded along, under 2 to go now. Remember, Lucas Jones will be there with Team National at the whistle. Lucas, 5 different goal scorers in this one for Team National. A lot to pick from. This one handed on in front, almost a 6. There's another try diving on top of it. Caution to the wind, getting the whistle there for Team American is Cade Corbin.
Well, Dan, you know I like to stay away from the goal scorers when I come down here. That's the end of the game thing I like to say for you. I like to dive into it here and try to get an interview with a couple of different guys, but there are certainly a lot of really great options over here on this Team National bench.
Quick shot there, save made by Cade Corbin, bounces up high into the air. The whistle blows on a hand pass with 1:30 remaining in the second. Remind you, you're watching low at the Dan K Show on Hockey TV. That's at @the_Dan K Show, the most watched hockey show in junior hockey. That's a weird way to say it, Lucas. Usually I'm a little bit better than that at just speaking. I do it for a living.
Every once in a while, everybody gets one.
Bad at math, I had to be good at speaking. This one's stolen away at the blue line. Thought about steering it back up top. It'll bounce away. 1:13 to go here in the second. That one hands back up along. Was looking for Mitch Rione. Won't get it to him. Breaks thrown on there. That one's poked away into the corner by Ryan McKenna. Flip back into the corner. Down on the forecheck they go. Thought about going after it. Instead they'll wait up air. Mitch Rione couldn't reel that one in. Stolen right back away. On it is Orlov. Orlov has that one lifted on. He finds Lachlan Gibson there. Gibson and Orlov. They work together all season long, so very comfortable out here together on the ice. You can tell when the two are out here, they know where the other's going to be. There's a pass on the Orlov who takes the shot. It takes a deflection up and into the glass. Holding wide side. Good cross-ice look. Faking the slap shot. Now takes the clapper through body stone. Rebound try is stopped. The paddle goes flying through. Netminder lost it. Gets it back. Cade Corbin's had to make a few really big stops here late in this period. He knows the importance of keeping this thing where it is. 3-goal lead is certainly gettable. Do not want to let it get further from here as this one's pitchforked up into the glass with 10 seconds to go. Holding there. Team National happy to see this one out. 34 minutes of hockey about to be in the books. One last shot on net is blockered into the air by Corbin. Bouncing puck can't be put on net in time. 2 periods of play in the books. This score, Team National 5, Team American 2, in what has been an offensive frenzy. This second period were goals aplenty as Lucas is down at ice level and he appears to have number 20, Kareem Allison. And Lucas, you can tell Kareem that this time we'll be able to hear this interview. Kareem Allison and Lucas Jones.
That's right, Dan. Audio equipment functioning perfectly today. Now, you guys have a 3-goal lead here going into this third period of play. Where has the offense come from? How have you been able to get past this pretty capable Team American defense?
Pretty much every goal we've scored, the D have jumped up in the play, get the puck in the zone, and work it around. And we always have a forward going to the net, and they put it in. So
it's an aggressive style of play, but you expect nothing less at an all-star game. Talk about being able to represent your team here at this game, which is really an exhibition of some of the best talent in the league.
Well, we have a couple guys off the U15 and U16 Rockets team. It's really nice knowing everyone here, and we get to make some new friendships here, new people we know. It's really nice just to wear the Rockets logo on our helmet and show what we got.
Last question. How do you steal this up? How do you play another 17 minutes of perfect hockey for the win?
We're up by 3, but we're not going to play really defensively. We're going to play the same way we've been playing all game. I mean, it's been working, and try to get a couple more on the board and try to win by a couple more goals and then get out of here.
Thanks a lot. Back up to you, Dan.
Kareem Allison, man, this kid is a beauty. We got a chance to see him play. He was a Dan K Show star of the game earlier this year at the Junior Bruin Shootout back in September. Man, that seems like a lifetime ago. We're halfway through this year. We're getting close to playoff time, just a month away from these guys suiting it up and trying to go for national titles. With that in mind, we're going to take a little breather here, a little break. Dan K, Lucas Jones on Hockey TV, the Dan K Show. You're watching along. Make sure to follow us at _Dan K Show on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Welcome back, hockey fans. Dan K, Lucas Jones, the Dan K Show presents the USPHL 16U All-Star Game, and Team National leading this one 5-2, a strong start in those first two periods. But I'll tell you what, no game is over till that final second ticks off the clock. We had a 5-2 game in the NCDC All-Star Game with 28 seconds left. Team American in that game was trailing by 3, scored twice in 17 seconds, and had a final shot on goal with just 1.2 remaining that could have tied it. Team National surviving that one to win 5-4. The stars of the game, Nicholas Nemo, who found the back of the net 3 times with an all-star hat trick from the Islanders Hockey Club, and netminder and Holy Cross commit Thomas Gale. Those are your NCDC stars of the game. Now, we look down here and we wonder who will be your star of the game in this one. You can go on Twitter, tweet to us at @the_NK Show with hashtag star of the game. Make sure to follow the show. Pictures aplenty will be all over the Instagram of the Dan K Show from today's proceedings, as producer Lena has you there. With that, it is hockey time yet again here in North Andover, Massachusetts. 17 minutes left in this one. Unless somehow Team American can fight back into it and get that game all knotted up, we will have to wait and see. Had a great conversation about Carter Hanrahan during the break there, as this one shot low. Apparently Carter Hanrahan, an absolute stellar lacrosse player as well. And I'll tell you, lacrosse is something I could just never pick up. It was just absolutely foreign to me. I could just never get it going. As this one's going on net, they're flashing through with a backhand try, a hard hit into the boards behind the play. The shot was taken there by Shane Baker, who almost just cooked himself up a goal. This one thrown on, flipped out around. Team American buzzing out of the gates here, trying to get that first goal. How do you come back from a 3-goal deficit? Just 1 goal at a time. Spun back towards their own zone. Good hands here to flip this one ahead. On that one was Evan Orloff. Orloff, a year 2003. That's a young kid right there out of Kensington, Missouri. That one thrown just wide of net. Between the pipes now for Team American, number 31, Aiden Boyd of the South Shore Kings. Aiden Boyd had a .920 saves percentage on the year so far. He's 10-2-0, a 1.99 goals against average, and one of the best net-minding prospects the country has to offer right now, as this one's offered just wide side, trying to throw it through, swatted with the glove. That certainly would not have counted as a shot score, as the whistle blows the stoppage here. Almost the bump set spike goal on that one with 15:25 to go in the third period. In net for Team National on the other end is Nicholas Von Kaufman. And this guy has been Mozart, man. He has been stellar between the net. He is somebody who this Rockets team trusts so much out of Stouffville, Ontario. This guy has been good. Handed up along. Throwing the brakes on his Chase Leclair, who tried to declare that one towards the back of the net, couldn't find its way through. Back out towards the blue line, pushing it right back along. Turnover there. Chase Leclair on it. He's already got one. Tried to get a second. Beautiful look there from Leclair. Tell you what, Chase Leclair and Cy Leclair, both of these guys, so good. You saw as this one's jammed in front, caught the top of the netting, and somehow didn't go. Rebound try, hits the body there on the way through. Aiden Boyd aids that one along. Oh, Boyd would be the terrible newspaper headline from Dan K there, but also a great save. Oh, Boyd on that one. Aiden Boyd with a big stop through body. 14:30 to go. Lucas back from contabulating all of those contabulations to see who should be the star of the game. Lucas, is going to be a tough choice.
Yeah, there's a lot of point scorers on both of these sides, Dan.
This is a backhand shot that goes wide. Reels its way back up towards the blue. Jams it along with a backhand pass. Holding and waiting for a man to flash his way in front from a knee like Marty Salawi. Gregory Spitznagel.
And Spitznagel's really been an exceedingly good player this season, Dan. And the reason that he has been so good is because of plays like that. You know, and the ability to settle a puck, the ability to put a good shot on net, and he does it game after game.
This one tipped along. Woodruff going to run this one out. Woodruff going to bark up the tree here. Thought about a pass across. He'll shoot it on net. It's blockered up into the netting. Woodruff has had a couple of good chances in this one, and he thought he had the back of the net open for him. He's got 8 goals, 10 assists on the year out of Bloomingdale, New York. And the guy from Bloomingdale was shopping for a goal there.
Oh, you can't leave Woodruff open like that. You give him the time and the space, and then you give him the puck. Those are the 3 check boxes for a good shot on net.
What do you never want to give a shooter? Time and space and your wallet. You never know if you'll get it back. That's the third one. This one kicked back along. Holding on to it. But again, I mean, this guy, the talent in this game that you're getting a chance to see today has been just so fun to watch. As this one's fired across by Woodruff, has his man at the blue line, shot low, paddled aside, steering it to the corner boards. Good look there by Will Hilton. Looking for another shot on net, takes a deflection, stays alive off the glass. Spun back up the center, 1v none here, hit the skate a little too hard. Found his way out of the zone. That was Makai Tarjamo, who was almost all by his lonesome on the breakaway. Here comes Mitrione now the other way. Mitrione takes the shot on the second chance opportunity. First chance was stick lifted, second chance on net. Save made and covered up with 13:03 to go. And for the first time today, we're going to get a penalty call. We almost went an entire hockey game without a whistle being blown.
Well, the referees are liable to let this one skate out, but you gotta give one for show.
Evan Orloff going to go to the box here. And that's always one, you got to use the whistle. You get the whistle.
You got to call one penalty.
And he got him. And you can see, you always love it because it's so different than a regular game when you blow that whistle. No player in the history of hockey has ever committed a penalty. But right here, it's going to be a penalty on Team National. And with that, Team American is on the power play here. Power play for Team American. Headed up top side. The shot gets blocked on the way through and finds its way to the corner. Back up to the blue line, quick wrister, save made. Rebound is flipped out the center.
And a good-looking penalty kill so far. You still have a bunch of time left, just under 1:30. A lot of time to be able to set something up.
Out across center, we see that our score bug here, Hockey TV starting to work on it. The score bug not currently giving you that updated timing, so I'll keep you updated here. 1:11 to go on a power play, 12:13 to go in regulation. That one steers aside. Dougherty tries to get it out. Only got it as far as the blue line. Spins it off the body there. That's flipped on free past Mitrione. Chris Delaney will retreat after it. He's joined by Baker. Over the boards now. Looking forward, won't get it just yet. On through the blue line. He'll fire it on down. Team American looking to the bench for a change. 42 seconds to go on the power play. Need a little more urgency here from this power play unit with Team American. Passes out one wide side. Here it comes. Handed back up to the top of the circle. The slap shot. Wide tap. Home score. It's a power play goal. And Team American on the beautiful little fake clap or tap home score. It's Chris Delaney who makes the folks insane with the power play goal.
And sometimes those shots are fired into the back of the net, and sometimes they just trickle past the goaltender. They're all kind of the same on the score sheet, but it's great to see Team American taking advantage of the power play opportunity to get guys in close on net and to find the back of the net, and now it's just a 2-goal game.
There is no good way to kill a penalty in an all-star game. You got a lot of different skaters out there, a lot of guys who don't skate together often, and that's a situation where you got to take advantage of it when you get the extra man in these games. This one here, trying to carry it through. 5-3 now with 11:11 to go in the third and final period. Can Team American climb back into it? 5-3 your score, taken down by the catching glove. Holding with it on the backhand side. He'll spin and steer it back behind his own net. On the plate is Charlie Ross. Charlie Ross going to Murphy this one out through center. Caught a skate. Flip cross ice look. Holding on. Going to rick this one along. On through center. Flips it through. On behind, out of his net to settle it down. There is Von Kaufman. Von Kaufman will leave it along. Hands this one up with a nice little swinging pass. Got just enough on it. Has some space for the shot. Instead, he'll cross it on cross ice. Shot score. Beautiful tape-to-tape look. Delaying with the puck was Jake Garachi. And putting that thing home for the score was Dustin Patterson, who just gets the broom out and sweeps it home. Dusty with the score.
And that's about as crisp passing as you'll see on that one as well, Dan. You saw the 3 men on the zone entry coming in on the far side, fired a pass across the middle, but it was actually fired with the intent to deflect. It was never meant to settle in on that second stick. You hit the deflection, you basically ping-pong that one to the winger, who gets in almost close on the goaltender on that zero angle on the goal line, and all it takes is just one more pass to the far side for the goal.
It is a lot of selfless hockey being played on both sides. The last 2 goals, one from each side. There's going to be a penalty coming up here, the second one of the game. The last couple scores in this one have been those selfless plays where guys have made that last pass. They've waited that extra second. Rather than just taking the shot when they have it, they've made that play. And good to see Mattis Hadasovsky get back up. Hadasovsky has been so good in this one. That one took a stick a little high there and going to send a man to the box. Going to the box for Team American is the always important Chase Leclair.
Yeah, and you know, it's always good to see the guys get up, and you knew this was going to be a physical game. They were going to start laying the body out there, and there's been no shortage of hits, you know, but it's good to see that all the hits have been clean, and even that one's only down on the ice for a few seconds.
With 10 minutes remaining in the third period of play, Team National is on the power play here. Power play for Team National. Firing it all the way back down. Good clearance, good start to the PK for Team American. They need to not just kill this thing, they need to start getting back on that scoreboard. Good high pressure put on here. Chasing men all the way through the zone is Jesper Seberg. He'll continue to pester him and now head to the bench for a change. Jumping over the boards in relief of him will be Gavdrakhmanov. Eduard Gavdrakhmanov, man, he's had a great season for the New Hampshire Junior Monarchs with 12 points of his own as he tips that one away and clears it to center. Gavdrakhmanov with the long arms there. The spidey senses were tingling. He reached out, grabbed that one, and cleared it along.
Yeah, that's a great defensive effort, and that's the kind of plays that make a penalty kill go just a bit faster.
9 to go now. Diving play there to poke it along. This one finds its way back up top, saucers it into the corner. Plinkoed back up top again. Looking for an opening, won't find it just yet. That's Delgazo who gives it along. Quick little shot on that turned into a pass by Evan Orlov. Onto the corner for Hadasovsky. He's right back out in the ice. Handed back up top here for Orlov. Orlov tried to drag it along. Gavdrakhmanov got the body to it but couldn't get the clearance. Thought about handing it back up top. He'll saucer it all the way across. Stolen away and cleared as far as the blue line. Just enough on it to get the clearance for D'Alessio. D'Alessio now going to force the turnover. He was exhausted at the end of that shift there. Still tried to make the play. And it kind of looked like the tank just ran out of gas there at the very end.
The spirit was willing, but the body had nothing left, and that's a tough play.
You kill a penalty for 1:25 in an All-Star game. You're never expecting that. And all of a sudden you get that puck and you see the opening, and he tried everything he could to get out of there. Just didn't have enough left in it. Under 8 to go now. Skated right back behind their own net. Team American trying to find a way back into it. Out across that blue line on the center. Dangled up at the center line there, couldn't find it. This one squirts its way free and almost found its way right in front of the net. Racing through there, battling on that puck was McKenna. Baker on that puck there as he gets it back behind. Shane Baker going to try to cook one up in front here for Woodruff. Couldn't find him, still caught up in the skates. Trickles its way to the blue line for the one-timer, shot wide, glove side. Rebound try is blocked on the way through, and out it comes to center again. Team National all over the ice defensively there as this one's stolen back along. Nifty little move, gets his own entry, even strength hockey for you now. Fired on for Mitch Rion, who lost the edge and couldn't reel it in. Woodruff now will hold and delay. He puts that one in, taken by Orlov. He'll fake the pass, steer it back behind his own net. Now under 7 minutes to go in regulation. Team National trying to see out this win. You won't get 2 points in the standings, but you'll feel just as good about it if you can win an All-Star game. As that one's thrown in front, no look, backhand pass. Was trying to get it to Tarjamo, could not. That nifty little move on behind. Threw it on through off the boards. Bouncing puck finds its way to the glass. Centered on along. 6.5 to go now in the third period. A lot of open action in this one. That one's handed along. Nifty move here by Dougherty. Dougherty going to dog this one up ahead. Trying to steal it away. Thought he was going to get to it as the puck was poked away. Chris Delaney with the hands there. Wide side now, timing it up. Shot on the body there, blockered away. Waffle board save made by Von Kaufman. That one's tapped in on the forecheck. Down after it they go. 6:05 in the third period. Trying to tip it along. Still can't get to it. That one's jammed up off the boards. Finds its way to Dougherty. You threw it low looking for the deflection on front. Instead, it just steers itself wide. Hard hit there. Trying to get that puck away, Team American. Team National doing a great job just keeping this game open right now. Team American defensively doing all they can. Trickles this one back out. Waiting for it on the other end is Delaney. Bouncing puck down to Ania. Huge play. Huge play made there by Tom Finley. Tom Finley down to the knee. Looked like a center fielder out there, Lucas. Taking no chances. Delaney almost scored it free.
Yeah, I mean, that's awareness to be able to see that there's forwards leaking out early.
Here's awareness with the cross-ice look. How did he even get that thing in front? Full steam ahead, reaching out away from the body, and almost creates the score. There's another shot, save made, rebound, try, score. The extra point is good. And Team National with number 7 on this one. The first save was a beauty, but nothing that could be done on the second chance opportunity. And it's, don't fret, folks. It's Matt Fred of the Philadelphia Hockey Club who jams it home.
Well, the Philadelphia Hockey Club just produces point scorers up and down the line, Dan, and Fred is just another example of that. You can add that tally to the score sheet.
Jason Player involved in the play as well. I don't know who to go to on the start of the game right now, Lucas. Anybody could be it. They have made this severely difficult on us. We're going to do 2. So, I mean, I got to say one right now could be Hadasovsky.
Yeah, I think it has to be Hadasovsky.
And then we need one more. Down to the corner. Trying to get this one wriggled free. He'll throw it up ahead. Throwing on the brakes and spinning it along. Plinko pass out through center. Hand up looking for the whistle. They'll get it. Icing the whistle. Icing the call. 4:28 to go in regulation. And Team National putting on a show here. I'll tell you what, both sides though, you got to be so excited if you got a chance to come out here, watch this game. We want to once again congratulate every player that has made it to this All-Star game. As there's a quick shot from the hip right there. Getting that one off was Gregory Spitznagel, who could easily be that other star of the game, as that one goes through bodies and is gloved on the way through. But again, we want to congratulate everybody who's made this All-Star game. You got to remember these big moments. You know what I mean? I always say, you know, you want to not lose focus along the journey, right? We all know the end point of the journey and where we want to get to. But you have to take these moments and take these little snapshots throughout the journey. Congratulations to not just the players, but every parent, every family member, every guardian, every close friend here who kind of puts this all together, right? I mean, it's a team effort in this game of hockey. It is a family game, and it is family first, and you got to be proud of yourself from top to bottom here if you've got an all-star out here on the ice today on either side, Team American or Team National.
Yeah, and I think, you know, there's a bunch of players on Team American that have just absolutely floored me with how well they can play the game. You talk about number 19, Shane Baker, number 16, Josh Schonlin. And I think there's a lot of talent on that third line, too, with that Will Woodruff, who I know we've mentioned more than a few times. But there's Gabdrak Monoff and Anthony D'Alessio as well. I mean, you got a lot of skaters on this American team who are really, really skilled. And they've had, I mean, you talk about some quality chances. Team American has had some quality chances, especially in that first and second period.
Just so deep, both of these sides. You get a chance to see this much talent together on the ice, and it is always such a fun time. We hope you've had fun with us here. Make sure to stick around at the end of this one for our on-ice interviews with your 2 stars of the game as a shot goes through bodies, and Spitznagel for the 9 millionth time involved in a scoring chance. This young man is everywhere at all times.
Yeah, I mean, Spitznagel, we've definitely mentioned him more than a few times today, and we've mentioned him more than a few times in our time covering the league as well. I mean, Spitznagel is a player who definitely has a future in this league.
They're going to get this one along. Down to a knee he goes, backhands it on. 3:10 to go in the third period. It'll be pushed on behind. Trying to find a way out of the zone. Thought about the glass instead. He'll skate it up across. On past that Duncan sign. He'll try to dunk it in deep. He will get it only as far as the defenseman. D-man to D-man look there, trying to back it up off the boards to find his way out is Raynon Joseph. That's stolen away. Puck trickling to a dangerous position, but jumping into it is Mitrione to get there in time. Mitrione gets it back, times up that zone entry, tried to drag it along in front. It was poked away. 2:40 to go now in regulation. Team National trying to see this thing out. He's always great in these all-star games as Von Kaufman makes the stop, the rebound, try kicked away. It's always great in these all-star games because normally you start trying to see a game out at 7-3 if you're a team like Team National with a lead. You're trying to score. This is an all-star game. You're trying to, both sides are trying to score. This isn't a win or loss type of game, man. This is numbers right here. Is that one's jammed on and the lower body strength there to hold on to that one by Aiden Boyd of the South Shore Kings.
Yeah, Boyd really showing off an ability to stay in the crease and stay powerful, you know, when guys are bearing down on him. And it's that lower half strength, and it's the will to kind of like stand up to that traffic, stand up to that chaos in front of the net and make the save.
Out towards the blue line. Final 2 minutes of play here in this one. Good cross-ice look. Thought about a quick shot. Couldn't get it off as it bounced off the stick with a little too much force. Chris Delaney, already a power play goal, was trying to get another. Tapped back on. Lucas, what we could also do, we could do one from each side even with our stars of the game. As this one's lost along. Finding his way on. Going through the bodies. Dragged it through everybody and couldn't get it home. That one handed up through center. Lucas is going to get the pick either way. I want Lucas to pick the second player because I am lost. Holding wide side. Thought about bringing it up to that blue line. He'll just jam this one back along. On in front. Shot is stopped somehow. Kick save and a beauty by Aiden Boyd. What a huge save there to keep that pad on the goal line and jam that puck out. 3-on-2 chance here. Now back to even as it's fired through there. A little too much on it all the way back out the center. Handed off along. Pass back on to Wenrick. Wenrick leaves this one off for Delaney. Delaney back on to Wenrick. Cross-ice look. Couldn't find his man flashing through. Final minute of play in this one. Last chance for everyone to get those final points up on the board. That one's given a long whistle. Blows offside. The whistle offside the call. In the words of Bob Euchre, just a bit offside.
Well, I think you made a good point there, Dan. And, you know, really both of these teams are trying to get their last little licks in here. I mean, with just under a minute left to play, still a lot of time left on the clock. But, you know, I think you make a good point of you know, sitting back and enjoying the moment. I think that's, you know, really important. And I think a lot of the players have done that today.
They really have. Really, really have. .46 seconds to go. Handed back up top. That one's backhanded along into the catching glove. Wants to put it back in play, but cannot. With 34.7 to go, we'll have a face-off in the Team American end. Thank you all for coming out. Everybody in attendance with us today. Thank you all for coming out to North Andover, Massachusetts for this awesome day. Congratulations again to all our All-Stars. Your stars of the game from Team National. We'll have two. It's Mattis Hadasovsky and Noah Jones. Noah Jones of the Rockets Hockey Club. Mattis Hadasovsky of Springfield Picks. As that one's jammed in front, hit out of the air and stoned. Von Kaufman on another save. 10 seconds to go. Handed on up towards center. This will be trickled out here through the zone. Couldn't find a way out. That will do it. Team National, your 16U All-Star winners. Your stars of the game, Mattis Hadasovsky of the Springfield Picks and Noah Jones of the Rockets Hockey Club. I'm heading down to ice level. Lucas, take it away.
And as Dan K does his traditional jog down to ice level, sometimes it's a jog, sometimes it's a more of a labored walk. And Dan, you need the hats.
Sometimes you gotta bring the hats.
Get down there, hurry up. Folks, thank you for joining us on All-Star Monday here at the USPHL All-Star Game. We brought you the NCDC game earlier today. You had the 18U game in between, finishing off today with the 16U game, and what a game it was. Truly, truly a rink full of talent down here at this level. The future is extremely bright for the game of hockey. Let's run through your point scorers. On the Team American side, you had Kamichik, Seabird, Leclair, and Delaney all with points. And then you go over to that team national side and you just start running out of space. Matt Frett, Jason Player, Dustin Patterson, your top line guys, all with points. Mattis Hadasovsky, Nicholas Del Gaizo, Gregory Spitznagel with points. Then you had guys like Van Tassel, Hanrahan, Doherty, Noah Jones. I mean, you run down the list, and it's just a who's who of hockey talent that was able to get away with a point in this all-star game. And now I think Dan is trying to find his players, trying to find his guys. They're searching. They're finding. He's found his players. The hunt is over. Dan Kay has found his mark, and you'll soon get an interview with those two down at ice level as they pop those hats on. And I think now we're ready to go down to Dan at ice level.
Lucas, I'm down here with your stars of the game for Team National, Mattis Hadasovsky and Jonesy over here, man. First of all, Mattis, a beautiful game for you. How'd that goal happen for you?
I don't know. Like, I go to the puck and I score. So easy.
And that was awesome, man. So much talent from Mattis. We look over at Jonesy here, and not often does a defenseman get a chance to win a star of the game in an all-star game. Usually it's for all these forwards out here, all the scoring. You had a great game, 2 assists for you today. How'd it come together for you out there?
I think just try to play smart in the offensive zone, and you got it done.
Got it done. Now, you guys this year with the Springfield picks, you guys think you have what it takes to make a run here come playoff time?
Of course.
Of course. These guys, Mattis Hadasovsky, folks, hands of silk, silky mitts. Sir, you guys have been stellar all year long over there in Jersey, right? You guys have been locked down. What's the goal this season?
Have a good run at Nationals.
These guys, I'll tell you what, men of few words, Lucas, on the mic, but on the ice, these guys talk a big game. Congratulations to Team National on the win, and congratulations to Team American. What an incredible performance by both sides. 7-3 your final score. For those of you watching on Hockey TV, thanks for watching. For those of you in attendance, again, give yourselves a pat on the back here. This is a family effort. Every single one of you should be really proud, guys. All stars and your stars of the game. Lucas, close it out for the folks at home.
Thanks, folks, and that concludes our All-Star Monday broadcast. If you liked what you heard, you can follow the Dan K Show at @Dan K Show on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And you can go to www.dankshow.com, use the contact form, and tell us where we should show up next. We love to yell about hockey, and we love to yell about hockey with you. That was Dan K at Ice Level. My name's Lucas Jones, and we'll see you next time.